rappers. If I send the dressers, they gon' come and stretch.
What it is, it's your boys Deuce, Teddy, and Laquille reporting with the facts, opinions, and BS straight from the top of the key. What's good?
It's cracking and lacking.
No. Yeah, no.
Stay.
Late Friday night watching these games.
Watching the game. It's the fun time of the season, but it's the sad time of the season because you know it's slowly and surely coming to an end.
Slow motion.
One game a day.
Yeah.
When the finals come, it's a wrap. Every other day, you gotta find something to do with ourselves. You gotta spend time.
Start watching the WNBA. Oh, they got some good ball over there.
As a matter of fact, it's gonna be a good season this year with the WNBA.
You got Brittany Griner back.
Them Las Vegas Aces, boy. Ain't gonna be something to watch this year. They should run away with it this year. We're gonna see. Let's get on into it.
Yes, up.
My Dallas Mavericks. Fortunate enough to get the 10th pick in the NBA draft coming up. What should they prioritize this year in the draft? Two things. They definitely need to get them another Dorian Smith. So I think they need to get a wing defender. Please don't say Dylan Brooks. Please don't say that man's name. He is not coming to our organization. We don't want that. They need to get either a wing defender or they need to get a big man that can actually score the ball and just not be there. Don't get me wrong. I like Powell because he's a hustler. He works hard. He's a good team player. I'm pretty sure he's a pleasure to have in the locker room, but his production is just – he don't do anything. And it's not even that it don't show up on the stats. He just don't do nothing. It's kind of like the biggest waste of a 6'9", 6'10" guy. Like, you don't do anything. You're 6'10", you're a center, and you average probably 2 rebounds a game.
Yeah.
Like, my bench players are getting more rebounds than you. Why do you have all that size and strength? It ain't even like you're small. 6'10". He's huge. Like, he's not a little guy. He's a solid, big body guy, and you're giving me 2 rebounds. You know, come on. So in this draft pick, I need somebody that's gonna either rebound the ball, that can get as many, if not more, rebounds than Luka, or a wing defender that's going to help.
I was say you did say 2 positions, but I'm looking at it right now. Y'all only got 1 draft pick in the top 58 picks.
Yeah, I'm saying they need to get either or. Okay. A big man that's going to rebound and score, unlike Dwight Powell, or get a wing defender that can help because Luka's not a defender. So we need somebody that can defend. You got to get one of those pieces, you know.
So maybe I was looking at some of the mock drafts, and for the most part, I've only seen 2 big dudes. I think one dude was 6'10", but there was a couple 6'8" dudes, but it was 7'5", 7'6", Wembanyama, and then there was another guy that's 7 foot, and they had him. I seen him between like the 3 and the 8th pick. So I'm like really thinking about it. I think y'all should potentially prioritize a big. Because they got a plethora of wings, but I really think it's already on the market. Y'all can go get some wings for the dirt cheap. You got Dylan Brooks.
Stop saying that, man. You're not coming over here.
You potentially got Ben Simmons.
I can deal with Ben Simmons, but we don't know what we're gonna get from Ben Simmons. He's damaged goods, but
that's true. But I'm just saying, I mean, y'all could definitely use, but I see what you're saying. I mean, y'all potentially stay with the bigs y'all got. Get somebody off the market because Nas Reed, potentially Mason Plumlee, Serge Ibaka still out there. Y'all should try to go get somebody like that that's not in the league.
Who's willing to first take a back seat and two play under Luka's reign and
I
still
think any
be
of them
productive
players I mentioned, for the most part,
if
I
you
think
give them
they'll
the
be
money.
good. Y'all could
Yeah.
take a Montrezl Harrell. I get shit. Man. They
Yeah,
not using
he's going to give you
Montrezl
production. He will give you
or a
production.
Deadman. Take a Deadman.
They would give production and they will play hard.
Yeah. So
Montrezl Harrell, I would like that because he's going to play hard. He's going to give you production.
yeah,
He's
I
going
say
to
he.
earn every penny. So I would
But
take that.
as you could see from the what's it, the revitalization of Cody Zeller. Look at the rebirth of Cody Zeller. Cody Zeller got a damn cul-de-sac. He ain't even that old. He look old, but Cody Zeller, he fell out the league a long time ago. And now look at him in the playoffs playing key minutes. So you give anybody that opportunity, for the most part, they can step in and live up to that opportunity.
Because they've done it before. It's going to be tough playing under Luka. It's mentally.
Yeah, but with those players, those aren't like players like a those aren't players like a let me
They're not
see.
franchise players.
But it's not even that. It's not players that are like offensive dominant that's in the paint. So like if you put like a Joel Embiid down there, like that's somebody that need the ball, that's gonna take the ball away from Luka. Y'all just need somebody mainly that can score like a Christian Woods, but I don't see putting Christian Woods at that 5 unless you got a strong 4 next to him. But then y'all also got that Morris twin. I think y'all need to use him too. Because you potentially have something sweet if you put him next to Christian Woods, or like just simply use him because you ain't even use him at all last year.
Nah, I feel like we need to continue with the size. Like put some size down there that's going to be productive. Who's going to rebound the ball at the end of the day? Like who? There's no reason that our guards should be getting 10 plus, almost 10 plus rebounds a game. Like nobody down there fighting for nothing. And Luka is a lazy rebounder. Luka don't go down there fighting for rebounds. Luka getting the whatever bounces towards him. Everybody else running back. No
Yeah.
shade to Luka. Who's down there actually fighting? Like, where's our Looney at? Like, who's down there fighting for these boards? You know what I'm saying? Like we don't have nobody down there that's fighting for the boards. Christian Wood's not even a rebounder like that. He don't play big and strong enough. Like we need somebody that's gonna be big, strong, that's gonna rebound the ball like a Ben Simmons can do, but also that could put it back up there.
So with what y'all got going on, do you take the 10th draft pick and try to get somebody that's out there in the market and keep Kyrie, or do you leverage Kyrie to try to get the other pieces you need?
I would leverage Kyrie because obviously it ain't work.
Would you leverage Kyrie and send his ass back to the Nets
If
for
need
Ben
be.
Simmons?
Nah, from Mikal Bridges.
You ain't getting him. Let me
From
tell you that.
Mikal Bridges. From Mikal Bridges to Cam. Or bring me back Dorian and give me back my 2 pieces. Yeah, give me Dinwiddie back. Give me Dorian. Give me them 2 back. You can have Kyrie back. I'm sorry. We'll just do a swap back. Give me back. Call me an Indian giver or something. We can do that back. And if not, then we try to draft something. Maybe that Gonzaga guy or something like that, and just try to trade him. A draft, a trade, do something. I'll use Kyrie to get rid of him though. Like no shade to Kyrie, he's an amazing player and all of that, but we don't need him in our system. If we're
Yeah,
gonna
that's
keep
true.
Luka, we don't need him in our system. Like Luka cannot share that type of spotlight.
So what team can you trade him to and get what you need? So what's the team you could look into and be like, all right, we could trade him there and get what we need?
I mean, they don't need them, so they're not gonna take them. But I give them to the Suns. Give me DeAndre 8. You know, he better than what you call it. He ain't all of that, but he's way better than Powell
Oh
to be
yeah.
our 7-footer. You know, he can give us some production. He can give us 8 or 9 rebounds. That's
So would you
4
do
times as much as
would
we
you do
getting now.
Aiden next to Christian Woods?
Mm-hmm. I'll keep Christian Woods on the bench though. Christian Woods can run the secondary
So who
and
you
still
gonna
be.
have? But you know you don't have to be on the bench to run the secondary. All you got to do is alternate your minutes with Luca.
Mm-hmm.
I
Good,
mean,
but
the deal.
I take a DeAndre Ayton. I go to the Bucks since they trying to rebuild. Give me Crowder. Y'all not using him. And
Mm-hmm.
Bobby Portis. I know y'all
Mm-hmm.
not gonna do it, but I give you the 10th pick. Give me Jay Crowder and Bobby Portis, and I'm cool with that. Bobby
Okay.
Portis, you're not a 6 man no more. You a starter. You starting in the NBA now because Bobby Portis can score. He plays he's a better Keebler than we got. He's a big that can shoot the three or shoot, and he's going to rebound. He's going to
Mm-hmm.
fight for the rebounds. Give me Bobby Portis and Jay Crowder. Now I got both what I need. I got a big that's going to be productive, and I got a wing defender that can shoot the three also. Because you know all we like to do is shoot threes anyway. So that
3 and D.
he fits right in our system. And Jay Crowder ain't got to be the guy. Give that man some money, and he'll be fine with his 9 points off of 3 3-pointers and his defense. I'm cool.
Okay.
I take that.
That sounds good.
Shout out rebuilding, but what we doing now? Nah, it's not working. Get rid of Powell. Get something. Get rid of Kyrie, and you could get that. I don't see why they wouldn't. I wouldn't see why they wouldn't take Kyrie for Bobby Portis
Because they
and
got
what's
a
his
they
name?
got
Jay
a
Crowder.
holiday. That's why.
Yeah, but you hey, get him. Get
Yeah,
him.
you could trade
Take
for
him.
a Drew Holiday.
I don't need Drew Holiday.
I mean, that's defensive player of the year.
Yeah, but that's not what I need. Nah. Drew Holiday want to be at the top. Drew Holiday is a point guard. Luka, he don't nah.
Just
Nah.
like just like running Joel Embiid off that ball, having Luca up off that ball a little bit more. Because you seen with
No.
Kyrie, man, you seen with Kyrie, they
Luka's
was winning.
not productive without the ball. We know that.
Well, he need to change his style of play.
Can't stay his style of play. That's what got him where he is. He's a 5-time or 4-time first NBA All Team. We're not finna change his play.
If
We're
you
not
want to
finna
win,
change. Hey, we got to put pieces around him. We don't need to change Luka's game. We need to put pieces around Luka.
all right. So I tried to tell you ass, but you stubborn.
It ain't stubborn. It's just that's the style of
I'm
play. That's
saying
what
you gonna
got
have
Luka.
Luca gonna have to change the way that he play. Because all he doing is accumulating individual accolades.
When people change their style of play, it's like when they become like jump shooters and stuff like that. You go from like a high flying, driving the
Nah.
ball to being able to shoot the ball and stuff like pass
All,
the ball better or something like that. Luka, nah.
all he has to do is play off the ball just a little bit more. That's it. That's all I'm saying.
With the amount of assists he get and the amount of scoring he do,
He was only doing that because shit, wasn't nobody else out there.
that's just the. Hey, it got him to with the Brunson. It got him to the Western Conference Finals, and then the year before that, it got him to the semifinals. They took the Clippers out 2 years
Y'all
in a
need
row,
to
stuff
see
like
if
that.
y'all
You
can
know,
trade Kyrie over there to the Knicks and get Brunson back.
I would do that. I would get Brunson back, and then I trade that pick away, try to get a big. That's what I do.
I mean, of
Brunson
course
not coming back though.
you still don't have a perimeter defender.
We don't, but we got Brunson. He's gonna be productive. We need somebody else that can put the ball in the hoop. When Luka's hurt, Luka's tired, when Luka's this, we need somebody else that
Yeah.
don't mind and can put the ball in the hoop without having to dribble 50 million times and stuff. Brunson can to do what he got to do, make it quick and score.
Okay. Okay.
So you hear it here first. Try to go get Jay Crowder or Bobby Portis or something. Brooke Lopez, what's your contract looking at over there? How you feel? You want to come
I
on
think he
over?
got like a year left in his contract.
We'll pay it. Mark Cuban got the money. We'll pay it. Come on over.
That would be nice of Brooke Lopez.
Come on over, buddy. Come on over. We'll take your 20 rebounds and 40 points. Come on over, buddy. And you ain't gotta. We ain't even gonna put the blame on you. We ain't even gonna put the blame. Just come on over. Give me one of those guys. Giannis, you not happy there? You're getting rid of your coach.
But go on and come to
Come
the
on,
Warriors.
come on over here, Giannis. Come on over with
I
me.
give you Jordan Poole. I give
Y'all got
you
more to offer. I will give you that. Y'all got more to
Kaminga.
offer, but do you want to play with Steph and company, or do you want to play with Luka?
Giannis, you know you don't want to play with you.
Hey, come to
Luka.
the foreign side. You know what I'm saying? Bump them Americans. That's how I try to sell it. Them Americans don't want y'all like that. Come on over here to us foreigners.
Oh boy. Y'all don't have anything to trade to acquire him. So shut up.
We don't. We got money. That's all we got. Give you what you want. But I'm hoping that they do something. Somebody up there in the office got to do something, because what they did obviously didn't work. The only good news is that we have a very, very strong piece that we can get something for. Kyrie is worth a lot. And with all the Ja Morant BS and all of that other BS, hopefully he can just slide under the radar.
Right. Kyrie said, you just helped my stock market.
Right. You can just slide under the radar, because we ain't got them type of problems. Kyrie can slide under the radar, can go to any team and get something for it. Kyrie is worth something, so you're not going to let him go for nothing. He's still a 25, 6-6 player, so we can get something from him. Make it happen. Get something. Please. I'm not going another season without the postseason. Like, please, get something. But speaking of the Ja situation, Ja Morant made another statement, which seems very, very typed up and written by his publicist or something like that. It's just pretty mediocre, standard. I take full accountability for my actions, and I'm going to continue to grow. And I know you guys don't want to hear it, blase, blase, blase. How do y'all feel about this stuff? Me personally, I'm kind of tired of giving the energy to it. It's taking too much attention off of basketball, the game we love.
Yeah.
And it's becoming a soap opera. Bruh. Play ball. That's what I want. I want to talk about ball. Like getting on this podcast with my brothers, talking about basketball, not guns and all of this BS and all of that stuff. Like, I want to see Ja jump and dunk and fly and play ball.
And back up that talk. That's true. Yeah. I mean, however, everybody can learn from this situation. Just looking at it, Josh saying he know that he disappointed a lot of people. He's ultimately disappointed in himself, and he understands that he still has a lot of work to do. But he also acknowledges that people may not believe in him this time around because we've been here before. So when I look at that, I thought it was commendable the way that you came up front so fast and took responsibility. I thought that was commendable. I didn't think that this was over because you only went away for like 3 days and then you came back. So I ultimately think the organization put their needs above his needs, or they were just really that genuinely naive to think that he was good to go on that short of time. So I really think they prioritized their needs. They were entering the end of the season. They were trying to be like, all right, you've been gone for a little bit. Let's go ahead and get you ramped back. Make sure you ramped up for the playoffs because we can actually make a push. Because as you said, we're not worried about anything in the West. So now I'm looking at it. I really hope they slap him with something that makes him think twice before he touches the gun again. And then ultimately, I would give him an ultimatum. Like, hey, you do this again, it's the sense of carelessness. It's what you're promoting. If you do this again, then you out the league. That's what I would do. You violated your contract, you out the league, and that money that was guaranteed, that's the crazy thing, all that money guaranteed. So somebody gonna take an L, so he kind of like, but
There's stipulations on guarantees though.
Yeah. So if there's any
Just because
contract
it says
violations,
guaranteed,
but
don't
you got
mean
to
you
hold up your end
guaranteed
of
to
the
get it.
bargain. So
So there's
we only they
stipulations.
know what those stipulations are. So I
Mm-hmm.
mean, looking at that, that's what I would do. You have this incident again.
But
This where
to
we
me
go.
personally, this is again like, bro. I get what you saying. It was too soon. They should have gave it more time and this and that. But that's a grown man at the end of the day. He may be
But I'm saying
young.
because you can, like JJ Redick says, you look at it, he's not breaking the law. That's what JJ Redick said. And I understand. The biggest thing is the carelessness of what he's doing and pretty much what he's promoting. That's the issue. Because if you have him at a gun range, if he teaching a gun safety class, if he cleaning his weapons, right? That's different. Like there's production, there's no carelessness, there's no harm, no foul, there's no issue because you can own guns, right? It's what he's doing in a public place. You ain't supposed to have guns in clubs. You ain't supposed to have guns in places where they serve alcohol. Especially, you ain't supposed to have one if you drinking alcohol. As that's one thing, right? And the other thing is you on business travel. That's the NBA regulation. You ain't supposed to have the gun. So that's why they like, hey, that ain't his. Because if it was his, he was on business travel. That's where he messed up, right? But then the other piece to it is like I said, it's the carelessness. So he got to figure something out. But I say he should be gone. I said last time about 30, nothing less than 30 games. That's what I would say. Nothing less than 30 games without pay. That's just I think you
You
have
gotta
to
hit
set a
them
precedent
pockets. You
because
gotta
you got
hit
to
them
think
pockets.
all these young athletes. It's a lot of young people out here in this world that really want to be for something. That had both parents, but one of the parents worked a lot to make sure they provided a better, a better opportunity for the kids. So they're gonna be like, I only had one of my parents. Everybody want to be from where they cousin from down the street, the hood, even though they grew up in the burbs. Like, bro, it's a lot of kids that's out there that's just as lost as this grown ass man, and even more lost. And they coming into the league. So you gotta set the precedence that we don't play this shit. That's what you want to do. Going over there. But before we give y'all any ducats, any chickens, we need to make sure y'all good. Because you get a lot of them that get that money and they like, I got the money. Do whatever you gotta do. Because like Quail said, I think he said it offline one time. Like the amount of money Ja still be one of the most popular basketball players, even if the NBA kicked him out. Anybody gonna pay to see Ja Morant play. Anybody gonna pay to see him play. But to even look at his story and see what he came up from, like, did you know he was on the same team? Like, you probably knew, but you ain't know, like he was on the same team as Zion. Look at all the hype Zion was getting. Ja Morant wasn't getting no hype. Motherfuckers want to talk about Ja Morant on the team with Zion. Like Ja Morant ain't get no hype for real until like what college? He had to fight his way and scrap his way to college. So to see that you had to work so hard and now you throwing it all away. But it is crazy because a lot of people you would think like, dang, he come from a family ain't nothing. John Moran dad played on the basketball team with Ray Allen. It's crazy. He didn't make it to the NBA, but he played professional ball overseas. It's crazy. Like you will be sitting here thinking like, dang, they came from nothing. And then you really do your research and be like, the dude, mom was in the WNBA. This dude, aunt was in the WNBA. Like it'd be crazy when you really see and be like, dang. So it's stupid crazy because you want to think that people came from nothing because being like an average person, you want to think that there's hope for you or someone in your family to have that opportunity. But a lot of these people, it's like just recycled bloodline going through the NBA. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's enough about that man, bro.
Keep it pushing. Next topic. You want to lead us into the next topic?
So we're gonna talk about players embellishing to get calls. So for me, I thought that we were fining players for flopping. I haven't seen a player get fined for flopping. I can't tell you how long. It's been a while. I think the league needs to get back to they need to get back to finding players for flopping, and they need to be significant fines. That's what they need to be. They need to be significant fines because it's getting crazy. You just seen it with like players out here faking injuries just so they can get you to look at a flagrant foul. Like
that what D'Angelo Russell did when he went for the ball.
you talking about and he hit swiped him across the face.
Yeah.
Well, Jamal Murray ain't fake anything. Jamal Murray got right back up. Like he ain't, it's like think about when LeBron got hit and he fell. Like they didn't call a flagrant on this one, but it was Jokic. Jokic barely touched him, and LeBron flew all the way from the top of the key. No pun, but flew all the way from the top of the key and went out of bounds and got some beer wasted on him and shit because he's embellished. It's like stuff like that. Like please do something about it. Do something like y'all have to because it's killing the game. Like I think we need to start nominating some of them for some Oscars or something, like best actor of the year. Like they got to get something the way they out here just or get them some incentive pay. They should get extra duty pay or something for all this extra shit they doing because they ain't playing basketball. And as a referee, when you see them out there embellishing, you should look at them. Either you call it or hold on, let the league find them afterwards, and you look at them and be like, get your ass up. That's how I feel.
LeBron this year has really been the king of all of this.
This year, LeBron has been back when they had the whole Boston wave going on, they were doing it on the Heat.
Dude, you two, like every time somebody touch this man, he be I said, dude, you 6'9", 250 pounds, dog. Like, I get it. Jokic is a strong dude. I get it. Some of these players is big and strong, but dude, you're big and strong yourself. You can't sit up here and you not Steph Curry. You're not 6'2", 185, bro. You're 6'9", 250.
Bro, that's like when you see Embiid just falling all over the. Bro, you too big to be doing this. Your ass caused an earthquake, bro.
7'1".
You caused a damn earthquake last time you did that shit.
280, like, bro, you're too big for that. These people not hurting you like that. Like, be real. Be real. Y'all not getting mouthed. Man, look, it's kind of ridiculous. Like, and I like some of the time I see LeBron do this so he can get rest. He'll sit there in between falls. He'll fall on the ground. He'll hug to get an extra 15, 20 seconds of rest because he's tired. I know what you're doing, buddy.
And that's like understandable. I feel like that's delay a game.
Mm-hmm.
Get your ass up.
Oh, let me tie my shoe before I shoot my free throws. Like, bro, I see what you're doing. Like, you're tired. You're trying to get rest. You're doing all this little slick stuff. That's stupid to me, man. Like, it's ruining the game that we all love. Like, it's turning the game into something that it's not. And we all know the NBA is forever evolving, as we can see with the number one draft.
But we don't need it in the Hollywood.
We don't, like that's what I feel like this is. This league is becoming real love and hip hop-ish. Like, that's really what is coming. So, yes, you're right. When you say significant fine, like, what are you saying? Like, you talking like a suspension game, or you talking just hitting their pockets?
I wouldn't suspend them. I mean, if anything, I potentially, if it gets to that point, I look into giving their ass text. Like, we got to find some means to discourage the shit. Like, it's ridiculous.
You really got to find them, too. I mean, you got to hit them hard because these contracts that they get nowadays, these guys is getting money.
But as much as they flop, keep 25K in their ass. They go see that money.
Stop. Yeah, they'll stop then. That's a lot of money. Making them donate it to charity.
But I think I mean, that's a good cause, but you know, some people probably still be out there flopping just so they can donate it to charity. So that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But if you really want to donate something to charity, bro, you ain't got to flop. Just take your ass and donate the shit.
Yeah, something.
But I say definitely discourage it. Y'all used to have something in place. It was 5,000 for the first, maybe like 10,000 for the next. So however you level that thing up, you got to do what you got to do. But we definitely need something in place. But enough about that, boy. Let's talk about game two. These game two. Let's recap this Nugget versus Lakers game 2. I'm gonna go ahead and share the screen. We can see what it's hitting for.
Doing what we doing.
All right, so this is what you get: 5-point deficit, 5-point loss. Lakers 108, 103. I say if they had any game to win, they had the ability to win this game. When you look at these stats, don't get too much of anything from AD. He didn't give you the 40 points, but still decent game. 18 points, 14 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, 4 blocks. But then look at what you get from LeBron James, around what he's been giving you for points per game, near triple-double, only 3 turnovers. D. Russell gave you a little bit. He kind of stuffing the stat sheet with 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, and only 1 turnover. Now, Austin Reeves gave you 22, 21 from Rui. So I think when you have a game like that, you got to ask yourself, can we get better games than this? Getting 40 additional points from Austin Reeves and Rui. Maybe they give you less points and AD potentially gives you 10 more points potentially. But I think this is probably the best game you're gonna get. I don't see anything getting better. Maybe you get a little bit more for Shooter, but I don't see it getting any better for the Lakers. It can only get worse for the Nuggets, which we'll talk about in a second.
Yeah, the 3-point shooting. Maybe if you change the points, maybe, but I don't think that's gonna make a difference. The free throws was good. The rebounds is what it
The
is.
Lakers
You're not
one of
gonna
the bad free throw shooting teams.
Yeah, so the rebounds, the free throws was good. The rebounds is pretty much what you're gonna get from the Lakers. Like the Nuggets have better rebounders, period. So they pass the ball well. The Lakers are blocking the ball, they're stealing the ball. They, for the most part, like you said, that's a solid game from them.
Yeah.
And it's
ain't like you had
discouraging.
just a shit ton of turnovers. You had 12 turnovers.
So it's kind of discouraging. The only thing you can look at it is they at home in a higher altitude. Maybe if that game would have been back here or back in LA, we possibly could have won or had a different outcome. So
yeah,
luckily, LeBron has kind of been in this predicament before, so maybe you can make something happen. This game three is a must.
I ain't biting it because this is what I'm telling you. Them 2 early series that they won, round 1 and round 2, what did they do? They stole game 1 in both of those. They stole they stole game 1. So when you think about that, and they protect the home court, they haven't lost at home. So they didn't steal any of these games. And if you look at it, when you talk about people having better games, you can get a better game from Aaron Gordon, potentially a better game from Porter, potentially a better game from Caldwell Pope.
That's pretty much Porter.
But I'm saying he can potentially give you 4 more points. Jokic can give you. Jokic has showed you he can give you 40 pieces. You can get better games, just like you look at the Lakers and say, oh, they can give us, potentially a better game. You do the same thing, for the Nuggets. But now I like to see that they have inserted Reggie Jackson. So let Reggie Jackson get comfortable and get going. That's solid. I think it's a little bit too late to insert him because I don't think he's comfortable.
Played 3 minutes.
But that's more than he's played this entire playoff series. So hopefully we get to see him more often, because just think, if he gets comfortable in his role and gets set in their offense and on that court, putting Jamal Murray on the bench, you don't really miss too much of anything, because you notice, especially, it's like their coach don't know how to rotate, because he'll have Murray and Jokic off the court at the same time. Like, you don't know how to rotate and to make sure that you get them overlapping in separate minutes.
What I don't get is what's happening behind the scenes to where Reggie Jackson, they act like Reggie Jackson wasn't that guy 2 years ago when he led the entire Clippers because the 2 best players was injured. This man, Reggie Jackson, led the entire Clippers to 7 games.
Mr. June.
Like, this dude actually put up buckets. Why y'all got him sitting on the bench like he ain't nothing? Like,
I really think because when they acquired him, they saw certain things and they felt like they were good. And because they never really put him in the mix prior to the postseason, they've been hesitant to use him.
That's stupid. Now, I hear what you're saying with possibly Aaron Gordon giving you a better game, possibly Michael Porter Jr. Those numbers are pretty. All the numbers that they show, even Jokic is triple double. That's pretty much the type of triple double. All you needed was one, maybe two different possession swings, and the Lakers could have won that game.
I mean, because
Possibly.
the Lakers
So
had to leave.
yeah, so I would say that I wouldn't lose confidence yet. Like I would go into game 3 knowing you gotta win this, knowing that there's a possibility if I win these next 2 games at home, at least win game 3.
Yeah,
But
you
if
have
you
to.
win these two
Otherwise, that's it.
games, it's over yet. If you win these 2 games at home, you have the capability of stealing one in Denver because they were down by 20 something and came back
Yeah,
the first game, and then the second game they were winning until they lost it. So it's not like that they cannot and
yeah.
possibly win in Denver. They could possibly. Everything
I
is riding on game 3.
I add what I like to add to that is, um, you gotta have it. You gotta have a dominant win at home. You're at home. You don't have the factor of the altitude, the factor of a foreign environment. You have to have a dominant win
You got to
because
blow these boys out.
if you just graze by with a win is a win. That's a plus for you. However, it allows them to understand like we had their back against the wall in their house. Let's take it next time. So you got to go in and you got to dominate them in a win. And that's what we'll leave it at.
You better give it to them. But an even better game we just
Man.
finished was the Celtics. Hey man, look, I was talking to Brother Deuce, and I asked offline, and I'm asking online now. So can you please explain to me, is Miami that good, or is everybody else that bad?
Man, I've been saying for the longest, certain people got that dog in them. Miami got that dog in them. When you look and you think about a Struss or Vincent, like they numbers, like Struss numbers is trash. 11 and 1 rebound. However, when he gets those 11 points, they're pivotal points in the game when he making them buckets. Like, so you looking like, I ain't worried about him. But he ain't worried about him either. He know he does this. So when you not worried about him, you think you finna go get the one person that's really killing y'all, man, he show up. Then you get a 22, 17, and 9 from Adebayo. Adebayo been needing to do that all season. You get games like that behind what Jimmy Butler do 27, 8, 6, 3 with 2 blocks. Y'all gonna win that game. Now, my thing is with all these damn perimeter defenders, and we see how in game 1, what do they do to JT? He shoots the ball 0 times in the fourth quarter. In game 2, I think you had pointed out a certain point, him and JB shot the ball 3 times. It went into the end when they just start shooting BS in the fourth quarter, but they get in double team. The Heat is getting the ball out of their hands. Y'all can't double team Jimmy Butler on the other end. That man is that much of a bad man, Majamba. Y'all can't double team him on the other end. And I said, I'm telling you, they need to take Robert Williams or Al Horford out that lineup. Y'all don't need 2 bigs against them. Put JT ass back at the 4 and run all of them little motherfuckers. Because you know they showed you in the Hawks series, get the switch, target Al Horford. So when you got both they big ass and JT got more rebounds than both of them put together, we got a problem, Houston. We got a problem.
What is wrong with the STL Celtics, boy? Is it the coaching?
No, they the Boston Celtics. That's what it is. The Boston Celtics.
What's going on?
They need to come out and win the next 3 games. At least 2 out of the next 3 games. And next time, hey Greg, don't get to talking to Jimmy Butler because y'all had it. You fucked up when you got to talking to Jimmy. Know your damn place and know your role. You fucked up because he went at y'all and scored down there all them buckets after you said whatever the hell you said to him. Don't do it. Don't do it. And I don't know why y'all putting Grant Williams on him. Not that late in the game. Y'all need him on there earlier in the game for fouls. That late in the game, you need to put your best defenders out there. Marcus Smart, oh, you too short. All right, Jaylen Brown, oh, you can't cut it. Jason Tatum, and y'all better fucking figure it out. Is y'all going back to Boston? Keep
Ready?
fucking
Hope
with
you
me.
patch shit up with God, cause we gon' bless you. Let it burn, you gon' get it back. These just my confession. They in traffic, can't get picked off like no shit and duck. Keep one in the tuck. Wife be mad, but bet she still gon' fuck. Don't speak